3, 2. Bug you. Alright. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another Treddy Talks. This is our post-comp episode where we're going to kind of go over the ins and outs of our comp day and how we went and yeah.
Where to from here, where we're at now.
Yeah, and where we're going to go. I'll let you take the reins.
All right, well, I'll start off. So show day was actually 2 weeks ago yesterday, which is pretty insane. I don't know if you,
crazy.
I worked that out this morning. I was
No,
like,
I didn't realise that.
yeah, because Nationals is this weekend, and
Yeah.
if we had decided to have gone, that would have been 2 weeks further. So yeah, it's 2 weeks. Yesterday was show day. Absolutely incredible day. Like,
Yeah.
I couldn't have asked anything better. Everyone there was so lovely. The experience, like the show, was really smooth, well put together. A couple of moments of being nervous, to be quite honest, but I was probably more nervous for you to go on stage than I was for myself. My nerves had died off by the afternoon.
True.
We were there at 5:30 a.m. on show day.
I had to
'Cause
get
Josh-
my last coat of tan at 6 in the morning.
Yep.
Freezing.
Yes. Yeah, so it was a pretty big day. Josh was on first.
Yeah.
So how did you go, Josh? How do you feel you went?
The whole day was pretty good. I loved the whole thing. The experience was like amazing. Like being able to step up on stage after putting in over a year of hard work. Like, and obviously something that I've wanted to do for a long time. Like, it was amazing.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even mind the tanning part. Like, having to be tan naked in the cold at 6 in the morning. Like, and then there being no power, so standing there for 45 minutes, shivering, just to get your bit sprayed. But yeah, the whole day overall was really good. I didn't place, unfortunately, but again, on the day, there was going to be A, B, and C groupings of the classic boys, and there was only A, B because there wasn't enough boys my height to fill out
In the middle group.
the middle group. Yeah.
Yeah.
So a couple of the boys my height, we got moved up to the
Tallest group, yeah.
and all the other boys were about a head taller than us. So yeah, I think there was only one other fella about my height, and he went on to nationals. So like he did well.
Yeah,
at
and he
nationals.
just placed, yeah.
Yeah. So like it shows that when there is a grouping, like you do a bit better. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
especially if it's your sizing. Like the boys that we were up against, one of them won the third in the super heavy bodybuilder
Yeah.
after winning third in our classic
Yeah.
division. So like hat off to him.
Yeah.
Like, but he won classic third. I think it was second in novice bodybuilding, and then opens super heavyweight.
Yeah.
Like, it just shows how big he was on stage. Like,
Yeah. He did have a impressive physique, but yeah, it kind of comes down to, I guess, like, leaving you a slight little question as to why they judge things the way that they do.
yeah.
But just even based off of results and things like that, a lot of the judging was not so much about like size and the way that you fit it into the category. I noticed like a lot of people got judged on their conditioning,
Yeah.
especially in like the girls group. That's what I spotted the most. Like it wasn't necessarily about who had the size, they were looking for the condition.
Yeah. And when you look at them all at nationals, the packages that most of the athletes brought,
Much better.
yes, that level of conditioning,
Yeah.
yes, you can see that having that extra level definitely
Does make a difference.
makes a difference.
And yeah, you can do a lot in those 2 weeks, is what I've learned just from
Yeah.
watching the men's show yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah, with the right guidance and pushing hard through those points and
Yeah.
not slipping up. Like you've got 2 weeks to kind of keep your shit together and
Yeah.
push a little bit harder.
Harder. Yeah. Was that your first time on a stage?
Yes. You just asked me a candid question. Yes. You definitely know that was my first time on stage. Like, just because we're doing a podcast, are we going to change the way we talk? All right. We're keeping that in there, guys. Right? Yeah, that was my first time on stage.
No, but I just wanted to know, like, you know.
Was it your first time on stage?
No.
Oh, you mean in general? Okay.
Yeah. Like, have you ever
No, I
got up
get
on a
that.
stage and like presented in front of everybody, like in front of a crowd?
Besides, like, school? No.
Yeah.
Like, school.
Like a school play or a.
No, we used to I think it was every 2 years, we'd do like we'd sell out one of the theatres and we'd, to parents and family and friends and
Yeah.
stuff like that. It would have been like a couple of thousand people, but.
Yeah. And what did you do?
100. Each time we had a different performance of what we
Right.
did, yeah.
Yeah. Fair. As a group or on your own?
As a class,
Yeah.
yeah. And, but you did it from,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Young to the end of school.
Tamara coming from,
Wellington in New South Wales. Very small town.
and me from the Gold Coast, Queensland. You know,
Things that run a little bit differently in the country.
yeah. So we kind of get better stuff. No, no. Just, you know, us kids are more hyperactive, so they get us to do plays.
Hey, we did plays.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
In the sticks?
Yeah, we had Wellington, we have like a stage theatre type thing. It was bigger than where we did the show.
Fair, because you have the space.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Show
see-
day kind of brought back those memories. of,
Even
like,
I did boot scoot and baby. You know?
I like to see that.
I can line dance. Line dance? Line
Lion
dance.
dance.
Line. I can line dance with limes.
No, but getting up on stage by yourself in front of a crowd full of people,
By
different kind of feeling, or
yeah, I see what you're saying. No, that was my first time stepping out to do my performance where there was no one around me and
yeah.
the lights are on me and you can
Yeah.
see the crowd.
Did you find it nerve-wracking or
Not at
really?
all.
Yeah.
Like when they called my name and I walked out, I felt pretty at ease.
Yeah. Yeah.
The only thing is the floor was slippery as fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. That was.
And I was sweaty, so pretty shitty combo. But
Yeah.
yeah, like
No, it just
No.
kind of felt like.
even
At
with
home.
my poses, yeah.
Yeah.
Like and then rewatching it, like even the way I looked around, like I didn't freeze up or anything. I
No.
didn't.
You were very confident.
Yeah, I felt.
like in
I
your
felt
stage
like
performance,
yeah,
which is good.
yeah. Which
Stage
is
performance makes a difference.
from a person that doesn't take his shirt off at the beach. Even when I've got abs, like when I these days, I try to keep my abs, but I still don't take my shirt off at the beach comfortably. And then jumping up on stage in my trunks with everything hanging out and tanned.
Yeah.
I was going to say sprayed, but that sounds funny. Like, I thought I would be a little bit more, like, anxious, nervous,
Yeah.
concerned,
Yeah.
but I wasn't.
No, it gets past that point, I think, where it's just like, it is what it is. Like,
Yeah, exactly. And
people
I've
have
done the
probably
hard
just
work.
seen me butt naked before getting a spray tan, so
Yeah.
chucking on a bikini or some trunks and getting on stage in front of everybody
Yeah.
isn't a weird thing.
And because I came from being a fat boy and I have like a little bit of loose skin, that obviously it tightens up during prep, but in my head it still plays that,
Yeah.
that it's there, it's loose, but and
Some-
it looks a little bit different to the other boys.
Yeah.
And like you can judge those things, but again, none of that even came into my head. Like
No.
before comp, it was in my head, but
Yeah.
like on stage day, it was all good. Like
Yeah.
didn't have a problem.
Yeah.
Like the only concerns I had were, like, am I dry enough? Am I full enough? Like, did I bring a good enough package? Did I
Yeah.
do enough? But on stage day, it's a little bit like, well, not too late, but it's a little bit too
Yeah.
late.
It gets to a point where it's like, oh, well, it is what it is. This is
Yeah.
how I look. Like,
You've either
I'm going
done
to get
it-
up on stage and show what I have put in the effort for.
Yeah.
Like,
You either done it or you haven't. Like, at that point.
Yeah. And based on your judges' feedback, where do we go from here?
Yeah. Oh, based on mine?
Yeah.
Oh, let's see yours. You went first.
Oh, I enjoyed stage. It was good. Only a small amount of girls in my category, which I don't think is an uncommon. I did the wellness true novice category. I placed 4th, which was really exciting. Obviously, we all want to take home a medal at the end of the day, but I was just super proud of myself for getting up there and showing off all of my hard work. Obviously, again, coming from a overweight background, just even making it to the stage was incredible as it was.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like,
for both of us.
Yeah, like just super proud of how hard we worked and the fact that we actually made it there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I really enjoyed it. I did dance concerts like all the way up till I was 18 or something. So it just kind of felt like, I don't know, comfortable. Like I was freaking out backstage, like as I always do though. Feel like you need to wee because you're so nervous. And then you walk out on stage and it was just like, boom, I'm ready to go. And I'm proud of how well I performed up there as well. Yeah, the floor was slippery, so that in heels was a shit show.
That would have been crazy.
Like if you step too heavy on your foot, it would just kind of slide from underneath you. But you live and you learn.
Yeah, it was slippery for me in bare feet, so I don't,
yeah.
like...
Yeah, it was just like kind of carefully, and I'm heavy-footed as well, like, and
But
Josh will
in saying that,
vouch for that.
Every group of girls I saw on stage,
Someone, yeah, you watched every one of us slip
every
at some
one
point.
of them slipped at one point.
Yeah, and you know that is what it is.
Nothing bad.
No, no one actually
like
fell
a
over or
wobble.
anything, but you could see the feet slightly
Yeah.
slide out from underneath during turns and twists and things like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, judges' feedback was really good.
Yeah, what was it?
Overall, my physique is like pretty well on point. One of the best imbalanced physiques, which is a good thing for wellness, that they have seen, which was really lovely to hear. I just needed to come in more conditioned, so leaner,
Yeah.
which I already knew. Unfortunately, I did everything that I could to get there, but it just wasn't, for me, probably a time thing. I probably needed a little bit
more time, yeah.
Yeah, longer in a
And-
deficit, longer in a...
And you never did a proper growth phase because
Yeah.
you've been cutting since 80,
Yeah.
89 kilos.
Yeah, 89 kilos,
Yeah,
yeah.
so you've been cutting for a couple of years.
Yeah.
You've had, yes, we've had points where we've had growth phases, but you've never been too far out of maintenance because we're still cutting you down.
Yeah. So I think I just need to spend longer time in a slightly leaner position, obviously.
Yeah,
I've never got to this level of body fat as
Exactly.
it is. So my body was kind of a little bit resistant to push there. But yeah, like overall, they were happy with my package. Even received a nice comment on Troy Thornton's podcast where they said, like, you know, if I can get in condition, I probably have a good shot at doing well in the category. So
Yeah.
that was really nice to hear.
That is good to hear.
Yeah, so just ready to keep pushing and get back on stage one day. What about you?
My feedback is that I was too big. I was too shredded. The way the lights hit me, there was like this shiny glimmer.
Like godlike.
Not like God, like gold. Like no. Mine was that I needed to have a little bit more density throughout my chest and my back. So my upper mainly, because I've always focused more on legs. I love training legs. I've always wanted big legs. Always wanted a huge back, but it seems that my legs grow quicker. Like
Yeah. You do have like big legs, like your legs stood out on stage.
yeah, my legs were as big as as everyone else in a bigger division,
Yeah.
and they were leaner. So
Yeah.
like I definitely have decent legs. So pretty much more conditioned, which I feel that everyone kind of got that comment, but
Yeah.
again, like I said, the difference between that show and nationals, like if I can bring a nationals package to there, I just go straight through the nationals, you know?
Yeah.
So this time, with that feedback of needing a little bit more density, a little bit more size there in the upper, through the front delt, the chest and back, I'm gonna obviously prioritize those muscle groups for, say, the next 15 months.
Yep.
My goal is 2026 April, which will be season A.
Yep.
We did season C this time, so we'll do season A because again that allows us to go to nationals.
Yeah.
And then we'll go through the nationals, whether we place or not this time, just to push ourselves out a little bit further and get to that next level, just to see again if we can and what it's like, and what kind of package we can bring. Yeah, because when you have a goal, when you have a focus, something to really hone in on, it's kind of like the difference between like a fire hose and a laser.
Yeah.
Like you've got the ability to go like wide, but you want to focus. You want to take all that energy, you pinpoint it, and you can cut through or get through anything really. Like,
Yeah.
and that's what having this goal kind of does. Like what I love about competing now, like when we first started, it was more about just learning, seeing if we can actually just do it. Like, yeah, stepping in the ring kind of thing.
Yeah.
And now that I've done it, and the fact that I didn't place, like if I got first place, I probably would have been content and been like, okay, I can sit back knowing that my knowledge and my efforts was enough to win.
Yeah.
So I must know enough kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or I'm doing enough, or
Yeah.
I'm enough.
But it's like an extra push.
Yeah, but now it's like a little chop to my pride in that sense that like there's always more that you can do. There's always an extra step you can step. There's always an extra level you can take. And you don't really want to kind of give up until you've reached that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You want to know what that is, and you want to know what your abilities are and how far you can take it. And that's kind of where we're at now.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's what I love about like bodybuilding, competing, all of it. It's always you against, like, yes, you're up there against everybody else, and you can see how well you fit the criteria and how well you come in against athletes all across Australia, which is pretty crazy. But it's at the end of the day, it is you against you, and all we want to do now is beat the package that we bought this time.
Yep.
So it's just like, okay, well, how can we get better? Start adding extra 1%ers in, like stay on the ball.
Stay on point from day dot.
Yeah, and push fucking hard for another year and a half almost, and see how much better we can come in next time, which is exciting.
Being smarter where we can, and doing the things we're better. Like we know where we went wrong in our last off season, and in our cut, and in our prep.
Yeah. We've learned so much about our bodies, and even just like how disciplined we can be, and
and even the foods that we like to eat, and like before this I wouldn't eat sauerkraut, I didn't eat blueberries, I didn't eat, but
fucking hate blueberries.
But I love blueberries. I don't mind sauerkraut. You know what I mean? Like, and you have all these things, and you find your performance gets better, and you know, like your health metrics get better. Like, you don't have to worry so much about your blood pressure or like.
And it's come across to other areas of life too, like just with business and even with our clients and things like that. Like I've noticed that they're even leveling up too.
Yeah.
Like they're pushing harder, and
100%.
And it's becoming so much more rewarding, just even from a coach standpoint.
Yeah, and it makes us want to push harder. So like we're not going to let them down, they don't want to let us down, and then that breeds itself.
Yeah. Which
is what we want Team Herc to be, and have like driven to create like that environment of pushing each other and growing, and not pushing as in like forcefully I can be fucked, but like more so as an encouragement of like you're gonna get across the line, we're gonna do it, like we're gonna smash the goals, and you know?
Pushing through that mental barrier of feeling like you can't do it, and being like, no, like I actually can, like this might be hard, but I can do it, and like
sometimes there's a little bit of pain and sacrifice, but you got to kind of push through that pain and sacrifice. You got to remember what you want. That's what discipline is. Like,
yeah.
why are you doing it? Like, what's the purpose?
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
And that's what I love about competing as well. Like, that's to bring me back to my point. Like, now my eating has a purpose, my training has a purpose, my steps have a purpose. Before, when you're just in here training for us, like just because enjoyment, which is again still a main part of this.
Yes.
Like I still enjoy every aspect of it, but now it's like it's going towards something.
Yeah.
It's kind of like saving money in that sense. Like I'm not just chucking money in the drawer. I'm saving for a house, or like I know I'm gonna get something at the end of it. And even if that's just to get on stage, like that's all I get. Then so be it, because that's the the epitome of where we get to in this. We do our hard training, our due diligence. And we get rewarded by being able to compete and show it off as much as we can on stage.
So super excited for that. In a bit of a recovery phase right now, and then we'll push into a growth phase from there and do it all over again.
We got a new plan. We got everything kind of like laid out a bit better this time. So it's we're refocused and ready to go, and we're going to kill it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's our post-show wrap-up, guys. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for joining us on our Tread Talks. We will see you another day. If there's any questions, anything you want to ask us, let us know.
We're going to start getting back into posting these regularly now that
100%.
Now the comp is over and things have...
The stress has died down a little bit.
We have a little bit more time on our hands, so we will talk to you on the next one.
Gotcha.